6 cheaters coming across. Well-used move, and Stanley goes in. Central goes perfect inside, and Timok is running away, and there it is.
Hello, this is TVWAN News Update. Thanks for joining us. A 19-year-old girl wearing a police jacket in a TikTok video that went viral on social media was arrested and charged by police in Port Moresby on Wednesday, April 17, 2024. The 19-year-old, known as Grace Bob of West New Britain Province, went to visit his boyfriend, a police officer, when a shredded TikTok video was produced. 7 Mile Police Station Commander Inspector Ben Wiai said the police identified as Kinford Neto was disciplined, reprimanded, and he will be used as a state witness when the matter is brought to court. According to the police officer, it was alleged that the 19-year-old did the video without his consent while he was out of the office. The Autonomous Region of Bougainville government has embarked on a focused community engagement drive in Panguna, aiming to address concerns surrounding the issuance of exploration license, EL012 Bougainville Copper Limited.
Commencing in Panguna, the program targets veterans and landowning communities, prioritizing transparency and accurate information dissemination. ABG President Ismail Torama underscores the vital role of economic stability in Bougainville's pursuit of independence. Acting Chief Secretary Kenneth Nane provides legal clarity, emphasizing the ABG's authority under the Bougainville Mining Act, superseding prior agreements. Presentations span political aspirations, economic challenges, and project analysis. The initiative seeks to foster trust and mutual understanding, with forthcoming sessions planned in various villages. As the engagement program unfolds, the ABG remains steadfast in its commitment to fostering dialogue and collaboration, with upcoming sessions slated to engage communities from Guava, Mosinau, Kokore, Parakake, Pakia, Sedongsi, Mainku, Korokoro, Ikipute, Kupei, Paraino, and Sunua villages. According to the ABG, this is a proactive step that showcases its commitment to inclusive governance and collaborative decision-making in Panguna's revitalization efforts. Karakiru Jr., TV1 News.
Japanese Ambassador Nobuyuki Watanabe's visit to Bougainville elicited gratitude for Minister Tionila Matbob on April 17th for Japan's long-standing support, particularly evident in the construction of vital bridges enhancing regional connectivity. President Ismail Torama also praised Japan's contributions during the opening of the North Bougainville Innovation Hub, emphasizing its role in education, healthcare, and tourism. President Torama highlighted Bougainville's embrace of innovation and expressed confidence in future collaboration with Japan as the region progresses towards independence. Over 140 rice farmers from Morobe and the Highlands regions are graduating today at the Trukai Arab Farm in Morobe Province. The participants have successfully completed 18 weeks of irrigated rice farming training conducted under a 5-year partnership between the PNG University of Technology's Agriculture Department and the Pacific Adventist University under the Trukai Smart Farmer Program. Speaking at the event, Country Manager of Grow PNG, David Stewart, said, "This is just the start. Hard work starts right now." He encouraged the farmers Stewart further described the Smart Farmer program as a beacon of the rest of the nation. To overseas, a Senate inquiry into missing and murdered First Nations women and children had repeated calls for more funding and resources to deal with rising rates of domestic, family and sexual violence in Northern Territory.
It paints a dire picture of the gaps that First Nations women fall through. Poor living conditions, financial instability and limited access to basic services, creating a hostile environment. A Senate inquiry in Darwin heard of the 49 communities with legal services, only 19 have safe houses and only 2 have men's behaviour programs.
The current system leads to a disjointed and fragmented response from all service providers, from police to legal services to support services, that lets these women down and places them at risk of further harm or death.
When issues do make it to court, a lack of interpreters and resources lead to delays and the subsequent release of perpetrators on bail.
The delay in outcomes means that the ultimate response of the criminal justice system, sentencing guilty people, is likewise delayed. And inevitably so too is the protective function of the criminal law.
On top of that, there's a distrust of services like police and territory families. NT Police were criticised for failing to take women's pleas for help seriously and for misidentifying victims as perpetrators.
The person who is showing aggression or maybe even committed under the legislation offences against another person is the person actually need more protection. Those are the aspects are now part of our training.
The NT has complex issues, but witnesses say the solutions can be simple. Almost everyone called for needs-based funding. It's a call that advocates have been making for a long time, but now they hope it's not falling on deaf ears.
We're all committed to coming up with some positive recommendations that will make a difference. And to the extent that we can do that across state boundaries, across party lines, I think that will help shine a bright light on this issue.
But as the inquiry continues, the number of women murdered or missing continues to grow.
The Sydney shopping centre, which was the scene of a horrifying stabbing rampage, reopened its doors, but yesterday was not about shopping. It was an opportunity for community members to quietly pay tribute to the 6 people murdered on Saturday. Among the thousands who walked through the doors were witness to the attacks and retail workers.
5 days ago, these hallways were the scene of absolute horror. Today, a memorial recognises 6 lives lost.
Probably a little bit more emotional being back here than I thought it would be.
It was very eerie, like you could feel the heartbreak, what had happened.
Very hard to come to terms with what happened there.
It's normally bustling, this place, and yet it's absolutely quiet. You can hear a pin drop.
There are signs of Saturday's attack in every corner, while the community of murdered security guard Faraz Tahir visited to remember a hero.
He actually sacrificed his life for the safety of Australia. He proved that we are loyal Australians.
His injured colleague has been promised a visa to stay. Among the first to walk the halls was the Premier. He's furious that videos of violent attacks are still online.
This is the antithesis of what we need to bring the community together, and social media firms have a social and moral licence to take down divisive information and graphic content as soon as it becomes available.
Retailers' rent for the week has been waived.
The community is slowly trying to return to a sense of normality, with most of the shopping centre reopening for trade from tomorrow. But the scars left by what took place behind these doors on Saturday afternoon will never be forgotten, and for many people, shopping here will never be the same. For at least the next few days, counselling services will be available on site.
We're all just available for anybody who wants to talk to us, and we're just checking that people are okay, and if they do need extra support, then that's there for them.
The first step in a long recovery.
Victorian fire authorities have sounded a warning about the increasing number of lithium-ion battery fires after a dramatic blaze in Carlton. Dozens of students had to be evacuated from an apartment block when a fire was sparked by an exploding portable power bank. Given the popularity of these products, experts are urging consumers to check theirs are still up to Australian standards.
This is the aftermath of a lithium-ion battery fire and a close call for two students as they slept. Their home now burnt out and destroyed after a power bank left charging next to the bed overnight exploded, setting the mattress alight.
They were in a bit of shock when we spoke to them this morning. They were very lucky to get out without being injured, to be honest.
About 50 students in the Carlton accommodation building were evacuated as the fire took hold.
I usually sleep with my laptop and my phone next to me on my desk. I'm not doing that anymore.
I am going to keep my phone somewhere else from now on.
Fire Rescue Victoria says it's responding to almost one fire per day in Melbourne caused by lithium-ion batteries, commonly found in smartphones, vapes and e-scooters.
It's a trend that all fire services worldwide are dealing with.
In March, 2 women were killed after an e-bike battery caught fire near Newcastle. And in Queensland, a father-to-be was killed after an e-scooter exploded.
In the city of Melbourne, a lot of apartment buildings, a lot of people use scooters for transport and then they'll charge those scooters inside their apartments. It is a real concern for fire services.
This apartment is completely gutted and firefighters say concrete structures like this can reach up to 1,000 degrees, making it a very lucky escape for these two residents. The Energy Safety Regulator is warning consumers to never leave batteries unattended when charging for long periods, don't charge on a flammable surface like a bed or sofa, and never use incompatible chargers for batteries.
It's not set and forget. You have to keep an eye on the battery. If it's hot, don't use it anymore. If you can see it bulging, definitely don't use it anymore.
It's a timely warning in an increasingly device-dependent world.
In sports, the SP PNG Hunters are coming off a bye this weekend, looking refreshed with renewed energy when they welcome second-place Redcliffe Dolphin back to Port Moresby for their Round 6 clash, 3 p.m. Saturday, April 20, at the Santos National Football Stadium. This particular rivalry is also signified by the Stan Joyce Cup Challenge, named after Hunters chairman Stan Joyce. In their last meeting in 2023, the PNG Hunters got up over the Finns 26-22. Thus, fans can be assured of another close finish. Currently, the Hunters are in 10th place and will be looking to defend their clean home record with a win against the Dolphins. In their past head-to-head matchups, the Dolphins have come out on top 8 times, while the Hunters have won 7 times with 1 draw in total from their 16 meetings. The president of PNG Rugby Union, Paul Siwi, has confirmed that the 2024 Highlands leg of KPHL Super 7 Series is set to convene in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province next month. Siwi said the number of teams participating in the tournament is yet to be confirmed, but he is anticipating a good participation as the previous tournaments. The last Highlands leg of the KPHL was held in Mount Hagen last year, with just over 40 men's teams and 19 women's teams participated. The Morobe Hammerheads were crowned champions of the tournament. The KPHL Super Sevens tournament will bring the best Rugby Sevens teams from around the country to compete for the title. It is an annual event held in each of the 4 regions of the country. And that's been our news update for today. Join us for more at 6 p.m.